Hello to this video that will guide you through what's new about vSphere DRN migration in VMware Cloud Director Availability 4.5. First, let's start with the upgrade. A direct upgrade from 4.4 is supported and the process is pretty straightforward. You just need to follow the steps in the documentation. They can be performed through the command line using an ISO file or through the management UI using the preferred method for distributing the upgrade bits. Something very important to mention. Due to the new pairing, please keep in mind that both the cloud and on-premises sites should be upgraded to 4.5. If one of them is running 4.5 and the other 4.4, all currently configured replications will remain active and will function properly, but no new replications can be configured. In this case, the UI indicates the connection state is not available and no VMs can be selected for replication. After upgrading both, the on-premises site should repair to the cloud. Starting with VMware Cloud Director Availability 4.5, pairing between on-premises to cloud vCenter replication and vCenter replication management appliances is now a one-step process and no longer requires a public endpoint at the on-premises site. Repairing, just like creating a new pairing, will require the same inputs, public endpoint of the cloud site and SSO credentials to authenticate to it. It can be done using a fully privileged user, for example administrator at vSphere local, but also a less privileged user that is a member of the VR users group will be good enough to enable all replication features. This group is created during the initial setup of the vCenter replication management appliance in the cloud side. After the successful repair, all functionality is restored. Even though there is no significant architecture change in the vCenter replication management and it remains a single appliance, with VMware Cloud Director Availability 4.5 it is now possible to scale out the deployment by supplementing additional cloud replicator appliances. This results in an increased overall number of replications that the dedicated vSphere cloud can accommodate. You can add extra replicators only to the cloud side. After you deploy a new cloud replicator, you need to add it through the Replicator Services menu. It only takes a single wizard to register it, and when it is registered, there is no need to perform any repair operations. There are some improvements to the recovery settings too. As part of the replication configuration, it is also possible to select the VM storage policy and not just the data store as it was with the previous version. This permits choosing encryption policies too, which allows replicating encrypted VMs. It is clearly indicated in the UI whether a VM is encrypted and only the relevant VM storage policies are available for selection. The rest of the replication configuration remains the same. Another new thing in VMware Cloud Director Availability 4.5 is the recovery settings configuration of each replication before running it and not during, which was the behavior in 4.4. It can be done through the recovery settings menu. You can now set the destination VM folder, compute resource and network mappings. They can be different for test and failover or migration, so when a replication is tested, it will not impact the production workloads. Then you can see what is configured for each replication under the recovery settings tab. These are all the improvements to vSphere DRN migration introduced by VMware Cloud Director Availability 4.5. Thanks for watching.